We went to an evening visit at the Seattle Aquarium for a company Christmas party. So we got to tour around the aquarium facility. These are a couple of shorebirds under, I guess it's heat lamps. And it's a little bit on the cold side in Seattle right now, so they are keeping the birds warm with the lights. Here are some salmon fry. The Seattle Aquarium has its own salmon run, and this is part of the ongoing breeding of fish in the hatchery. And these are some of the fish that are bred in the hatchery, and these are on display. And these are some of the fish from the Puget Sound area. You see the sea anemones and kelp. There's a few other things in there. I don't have the names of the creatures, fish and plants. Some of them I have the names for, and I will say that in the video. Those are sea pens and brittle stars. And you'll see the sign for that in a second. So we were lucky that it was a nighttime visit and there were not a lot of people around. It was a closed event. There's the pictures of them, the descriptions. I think that is pollock. Or it could be a cod. It's one of those types of fish that produces fish and chips. Fish for chips. And of course everybody knows that. That is a coconut prawn. Delicious. That is a big, thick fish. It's probably about 4 feet long inside of the pipe. It was a big sucker. That is a giant wrymouth. A giant wrymouth.
What is this?
I thought all the anemones in there were very colorful. Didn't take a lot of pictures inside the aquarium building. This is all the outside of the building. Those are the Northwest displays, I think they are. And that's a neat looking fish. I like the colored patterns on it. A kelp greenling. And that, I believe that is a skate, and it is eating a fish. And this is a sturgeon. I'm not sure if it's a green sturgeon or a white sturgeon, but it seemed to be very interested in the fish that the skate was eating, and so it kept swimming right over and nudging the skate. We are in the aquarium's concrete dome, and so you see all the glass panels in between concrete frame dome structure. You can see the sturgeon just sliding right over the top of the skate. And I don't know if he's trying to intimidate the skate into letting dinner loose or not. But that sturgeon was pretty big. It was about the size of a person, 5 or 6 feet long. It's a big fish. So it just keeps cruising along the bottom and circling over the skate, trying to get that fish somehow. And other fish swimming by seemed interested in what was going on too.
Yeah,
the sturgeon keeps making these long circles and always comes around and over the top of the skate from the left. So you see he's starting to change his direction. He'll swing forward, take a turn, and then he'll just brush right over the top of the skate again. Doesn't look like he's in any particular hurry either.
Yeah, so there are actually rockfish near the aquarium, and I can't say for sure if they're once a year.
He's just going to drag his belly right over the top. It's kind of funny.
We do have some rockfish here at the aquarium that have been here since they were first.
And I'm pretty sure that that is a skate. I didn't see a sign, but I think that's what they're called. Here is the star attraction, the sea otter. And unfortunately there were quite a few people gathered around, and it was hard to get a good position to video record him. But they are cute buggers, and he seems very friendly, very accustomed to people.
Oh, that must be animated.
You see the way he rotates his little flipper?
And he's a pretty good size. He's like 3 feet long, and the body or the tail is another 1.5 feet.
No, that one on the right. That was a good guess. I don't know which one is which, but.
And he just sits there floating, not a care in the world. Looks very relaxed. Would be interesting to watch a feeding session.
I was thinking you can see it. It's really cute. Oh my goodness. Oh. See, every time I turn it off, then you start to move. Yeah.
I'm going to try and reach up over the glass to take a little bit of video. Unfortunately, I didn't aim well. See how thick and flat his tail is.
Yeah, a little bit. No, what's up?
This is the Seattle Aquarium's salmon run. So they have an actual salmon run here. Not a lot, but a few educational. And that's it with the camera light, but probably doesn't make too much difference. And there is a sea otter bench. It's pretty cool. There's a little baby sea otter under the flippers. There's another otter there. And there is a clam getting ready to be eaten. And this is a Northwest Streams exhibit. hiding under the logs, just as I suspected. Next time I go fishing, you're mine. Some more trout. Different species, or maybe they're salmon, I don't know. Yeah, they're kokanee. These are some of the old original water supply lines for Seattle. Wood pipes with metal bands around them. I think that fish's name is Chips. And this red rockfish here, he's swimming at a tilt looking up at me. He's probably thinking, feed me, feed me, feed me.
They're used to like traveling upriver.
Yeah, well, they try to simulate it. But
Yeah.
they don't look very healthy, that's for sure. Look at it, it's all moldy.
They're probably old.
Well, they're getting to where they're that molting, where they go up the river and die, right?
Well, trout don't do that. These are big rainbows. But you know, they're big. They've been in here.
These are just rainbows?
Yeah. Caution, wet floor. Oh, river otters, that's what is supposed to be in here. I don't see them. The sea otters were out, but the river otters are not.
Those are salmon.
No, not these aren't. They have their hatchery facility over there. Okay, so we have finished our Christmas extravaganza for Kelly's company at the Seattle Aquarium. This is the top of the building over there in the fog. Let me zoom in a little bit on that. It's a cool building. Let me see if it'll focus any better. That's as good as it gets. There's an octopi on the sign. And there is the viaduct, which is soon to be no more. And there's the Seattle Ferris wheel spinning.
Look, there's something floating in the fog. That was a crane thing through the fog up there.
Yeah, it's just a crane way up there.
Steam coming from the pipe. That's where that sticks out.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's Seattle steam. They heat a lot of buildings through pipes underground. And this is the Seattle Waterfront Park. Oh, there's people fishing. I don't know if they're catching. They might be shrimping too. snagging shrimp. And these guys over on the right are singing in smoking pot. Okay.